Alright everyone, welcome back to Cody's Lab. So, I just bought myself a chronograph. This is used to measure the speed of bullets, or any other projectile really. What this has is two light sensors, here and here, and when the bullet passes in front of one of them, it starts a timer, and when it passes over the second, it stops the timer. Given the time and distance between this, it can calculate the velocity. I've been wanting one of these for quite a while, and I think I'll find it quite useful in some of my upcoming videos. But first, how about we go try it out on some of my guns? Okay, so here's the guns I've selected to test. Here's a 22 long rifle, a 22 Magnum, a 30 caliber Mosin Nagant, a black powder pistol, and of course my little mini cannon that I've built. Let's start with the 22. This says that it shoots at 1260 feet per second. Let's see how accurate that is. Or rather, use this as a way to calibrate my thing. Okay, 22 long rifle in 3, 2, 1. You see the number on the chronograph? Looks like 1179. That's fairly close to the number they said it would shoot at. Let's try it again. 1186. Okay, maybe the gun doesn't shoot as fast as it said it would, or perhaps the chronograph is a bit off. I think that's close enough for what I need it to do. Here goes the 22 Magnum. There we are, 1839. The box says 1875, so I'd say that's fairly close. Time for the Mosin Nagant. I might have to step back a little bit farther for this one because the muzzle blast is going to be pretty significant. I think we have a number. Let's open that up. 2,892 feet per second. I think I've been quoted as saying that gun shoots at about a half a mile per second. That's fairly close. Time for the black powder pistol. Now this thing does use a patch and a wad, so I put the thing down behind the log to protect it in case the patch hits it, because that could really damage the display. So okay, 474 feet per second. That doesn't seem unreasonable. Let's try it again, and I'll stand a little bit further back. And it's about the same number. Actually a little bit less. Okay, mini cannon is loaded with 60 grains of powder and a mini ball. Let's see how it does. Well, we have a number. 965 feet per second. Let's try that again, except this time I'm going to move the cannon back a little farther, or this thing forward. 1026. It is subsonic, but that number is about the same as last time, so looks like it's pretty consistent. Let's try a very low powered round, maybe only 20 grains, and see how much of a difference it makes. Well, I'd say that was slower. It's like a third as fast. Okay, so I've just cooled the gun off with liquid nitrogen. This is firing a 60 grain powder charge. Let's see how much of a difference it makes to its velocity. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. It might. This is the largest load I've shot through it while it's cold. Okay, let's see our velocity. .869. So being cold did slow it down. Not by a tremendous amount, but there it is. I wasn't able to tell that with the ballistics gel, but with this, I was able to see it. So I decided I'd break out this cannon and do one more test with it. I'm going to try 2 shots, 2 identical golf balls, identical amounts of powder. One of them I'm going to tie the gun down really well, the other one I'm going to let it fly. Let's see if that makes any difference to the velocity. Also, it's going to be nice to get the velocity measurement on this, because I made a video a long time ago where I actually tried to measure the velocity of this gun. I would love to see if I was actually accurate. Shot 1, golf ball gun, tied down and braced. Looks like it worked. the muzzle blast knocked it over, but we have a speed measurement. As you can see right there. 1664, and I accidentally hit a button. Okay, we're good. Nice, that's faster than the 22 shoots. Golf ball gun shot 2. This time it's not braced and it's only lightly tied down so it didn't roll off while I'm trying to fire. Let's see if it makes any difference to the velocity of the bullet. Looks like it didn't knock the chronograph over this time. Must be because I angled it slightly different. Let's go see where that gun went. But first, let's check the velocity. Huh, how about that? It's actually faster. The first shot must have knocked some rust out, so there's less friction this time. But still, that shows you the velocity was not impaired too much by the fact the gun wasn't tied down. There's the hole that the golf ball left. Now let's find that gun. Ah, there it is. It's all the way down the hill. So, yeah, it shot up from up there. Since that number was bigger on the second firing, and I think that was because of rust, let's actually fire it one more time with it strapped down to see if the velocity is comparable. Golf ball gun, fire 3. Strapped down and braced. Well, the gun fell over a bit, but it stayed put this time, just as I wanted. Looks like it bent the nails. I need to find a better way to brace it. In fact, I think that chipped the weld a little bit. Let's see what the speed was. 1814. That is basically the same as the untethered shot. Look how much it's blackened this thing. There you go. Proof that having the gun strapped down doesn't actually change its velocity much. It may seem counterintuitive, but putting something to brace the gun so the gun doesn't fly back doesn't actually increase its velocity any. You see, it's still going to transfer the same amount of momentum to the bullet whether the gun stays still or if the gun is shot back. Because really, even if you strap it down really, really tight, the gun's not staying perfectly still. In fact, then the entire earth would be moving back just a little bit. The momentum transfer is always going to be the same. In fact, the momentum transfer is one way that I was able to determine the velocity of the shot back in that old video I talked about earlier. I figured that the gun shot between 1700 and 1800 feet per second, and I've just measured it. Turns out that was accurate. That's pretty good. I'll go ahead and link that video somewhere if you guys want to check it out. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.